Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I am Aja A. This is your February tarot forecast. It's going to be your typical 4-card spread, looking at the overall energy for you for the month, challenges or obstacles that might be coming in for you. Because we are dealing with Aquarius for most of the month of February, there's also going to be a card in here looking at where we need to tap into a little bit of that air energy and think about some things, think some things through. And as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? Before I get started with your reading, this is a general reading. If you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I will have linked down below in the description box. In the description box, there's hella other links that I'd like you guys to check out. We are in a new month, so check out the February Pick a Card forecast. We started the month with a Leo full moon a couple of days before going into it, so check out that video. The Aquarius new moon will go up during this month as well. We are also now in the first Mercury retrograde of the year, so check out that Mercury retrograde in Aquarius video. And I don't know what else is down there, but click on them links and go watch them videos. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. This video is for Virgo, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, and Virgo rising. Let's go on and get into your messages, Virgo. The first card that you have coming up in your spread is in the position of the overall energy for you for the month of February. And you've got the Sri Yantra card, the sound of the universe, okay? And what that means is really like this fine-tuning to universal consciousness. So this is a big card. This is like big energy coming up here for you in the spread. And you guys have a little different energy in regards to the cards that I've pulled so far. You guys are one of the only signs that this is actually a time of shaking and moving for you. We are in a retrograde period, and I still say move with caution, Virgo. But the way your cards are set up here, it's like the time is now, even though that's kind of the theme for the year. But for you, Virgo, the time really is now. You've got the sound of the universe card here, right? And this is talking about tapping into and coming into alignment with universal consciousness. This is a big picture card. And so what I get with this energy is that, Virgo, the month of February for you is major. I get the sense that you're either working on something or you've been working on something, like been working on something, working towards something, or that you're currently working on something, right? And that I almost feel like, Virgo, you've kind of been going through the motions doing it because it's become so routine to you, even though you might still be putting in a whole bunch of work and time and energy. And because you've kind of been going through the motions, you kind of lost sight of how rewarding it's going to be when this thing or these opportunities or these chances happen to manifest in the physical. This card is popping up here to say you will be quickly reminded why you were doing all the work that you were doing. It's about to play out. Your success is actually coming very soon, if not during the month of February, okay? I'm with this card because it carries such a mystical, spiritual vibe. I also get the sense that during the month of February, you may have some really like interesting things popping off, almost like miraculous occurrences, like not making sense, but they make sense, if that made, like almost like, y'all know Jasmine Sullivan's song on her new album, how's it go? I was seeing things like a sci-fi, like get it together, bitch. So like you guys, like I feel like you're gonna be having like spiritual occurrences during the month. And when I say that, that doesn't mean you're gonna be seeing ghosts and stuff, but like you may be feeling certain energies. You may be actually having physical signs of ascension, like ringing in your ears, or like, you know, feeling like you have allergies but ain't no allergens around, or, you know, headaches or things of that sort. Or you might see something somewhere and then, you know, a couple days later see it in a completely different place and be like, I know I didn't move that, and it's a stone, or it's a healing crystal or something. Like, you know, things will be happening and popping up around you during the month of February that'll have you like, what's that about? But on a very poppin' and positive level. You got the sound of the universe, the Sri Yantra here, which tells me that Virgo, you are coming into alignment with the things that you have been working towards and working on and working for. It was not all for nothing, even though sometimes it may feel like that. And even though it may feel like sometimes you're just working tirelessly towards no end. Listen, Virgo, that is not the case. It's coming, it's popping, and it more than likely will pop off for you during this month. Next card that I have coming up in the spread for you, Virgo, is in the position of your crossing energies, your challenges and obstacles that you might be facing during this month. And you guys do have one of my Ashik cards. You do have the devil popping up here. But, and this is going to sound crazy, I like when I pull the devil card in the crossing position because the message is always typically the same. It is that you have got to get yourself out of your head and you've got to come away from these fearful and doubtful and lacking thoughts. Okay, Virgo, you guys are an earth sign, so you guys know about getting to money, you know about getting to bread, you know about setting things up and putting plans in place and then adhering to said plans. But you guys are also on your shadow side. You can be very paranoid and you start to believe that things will not work out. So I get the sense that during the month of February, although you are coming into this Sri Yantra energy, this sound of the universe energy, that you are in this space also to where you're kind of like, okay, I see these things transpiring, but it's too good to be true. Virgo, let me tell y'all something, especially you earth signs. And you know, people, they rag on earth signs so much because they think y'all are boring. But here's the thing, you guys are actually the sign with the element that has the power to actually spiritually manifest and then in turn actually make that shit happen in the physical. Other signs got to do a lot more work unless they got some earth placements in their chart, okay? You guys actually get grounded in the things that you want to do. So with that being said, Virgo, your thoughts are very powerful. So if you sitting here thinking that this is too good to be true, well, guess what? Then it will be. Then what you thought was coming into play is not going to come into play. You have a devil crossing card here, which points to negative thoughts. And when you have these negative thoughts, my only advice to you is to train your mind, train your mental, shift your perspective into doing away with those. And it's easier said than done. I do understand. Trust me, I understand. But the way that the cards are lined up here, y'all got the sound of the universe and the part of fortune, which I will get to in a little bit. But like the way the cards are lined up here, it's like, Virgo, this is your time. So get it popping and don't lend any energy to what could thwart whatever it is that you're supposed to be coming into. If you think this is not going to happen because you guys have that earth energy to make that happen in the physical, well, guess what? It's not going to happen. If you think something's going to go left here, like it's going too good, but something's going to pop off, well, guess what? Just when it's going great, something's going to pop off and that devil energy is going to pop up. And that is what you're trying to stay away from during the month of February. And I mean, like, honestly, all the time. But for real, trying to stay away from this during the month of February. I typically talk about turning these cards into an upright position so that you can use the energy. No, we just gonna put that right back there and you're gonna work through that energy. You don't need to turn it into upright nothing. You just don't need to. You need to do away with it in the month of February. Next card that you have coming up, Virgo, is the Knight of Swords. And you do have this in the position of where you need to tap into Aquarian energy and, you know, shift some things around, get innovative. You have an Aquarian card here, Aquarius, Libra, what's the other one, Gemini. So what this does tell me is that, Virgo, because you got all this popping energy in your spread, you actually have shifted yourself into this space to where you can tap into the current energies and use them for what it's worth. You can actually make the most of this air energy that's swirling around and taking everybody out with the retrograde and everything else and use it to your advantage. Use it to your benefit. You have the Knight of Swords here. He is fast moving, quick moving, rapid. So this does tell me these changes, especially coming into alignment with the Sri Yantra, the sound of the universe, it's coming in quickly for you. I think I said earlier, it's like, well, you might be doing this work and going through the motions, and when it pops up, when it does manifest the way that it's supposed to, you might be kind of taken aback because you weren't expecting it just yet. The Knight of Swords, this is where you need to get innovative too, okay? What I will say with this too, or I was just talking about, you know, you might not expect it, Virgo, you might actually need to step out of the routine. Although the routine works, this is a time, this is an expansive energy, and this goes into everything, okay? So this is a time where, okay, that one thing works, but you got a swords card here. This is a perspective. This is all about mental and thoughts and your intelligence, okay? You got a swords card here that says, okay, well, what if there is another way to go about doing this that really puts me into this energy. And that's what you need to be getting into during the month of February. Also, because this is a court card, it is possibly likely that you could have somebody around you that carries this Knight of Swords energy. Again, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, typically somebody younger or somebody with a little bit more of I don't want to say immature, but less reserved energy. You know, very big youthful air energy here. There could be somebody around you that you need to mix and mingle with. Again, this is tuning into the universal consciousness. This is the sound of the universe. And then you've got a communication card with that air element here. So this is somebody that you may need to talk to, that might have some ideas for you that could put you right on the real path to getting into the sound of the universe energy. Another thing with this Knight of Swords, there is just a quick message, and you guys are Earth, but because of the energy swirling around, and because you guys are actually one of the signs that can really, you know, tap into it and harness it for the better for yourselves during this month, I do want to point out that we are in a retrograde, and that one of the notes with this retrograde is to not be impulsive. And so Virgo, even though you're Earth, you're swirling around in energy that is impulsive. So just be mindful when things are coming up and when you're getting these new ideas. Still be Virgo and analyze and make sure that they seem like they really will work before you go on and try them. But just know that things are shifting, things are coming in quickly for you. So you kind of got to rock in February with kind of like a super intelligence type of superpower, if that makes sense. Like, you got to soak up some knowledge during this month. You got to come up with some new ideas during this month, and you at the same time have to apply it so that you can move yourself into the spaces that you're supposed to be in. Last card in your spread, Virgo, is in the position of your soul message. And I did mention this card earlier, and I said you guys have a really highly spiritual spread here. You have the part of fortune. Okay? And this, in your natal chart, typically points to what's fated for you, and the aspects that it makes to other planets and where the planets are placed in the houses and where this is placed in your natal chart. It can point to the types of things that are fated for you, just to give you a little Astro 101. But in your spread, this part of fortune is telling me that because you are tapping into this Sri Yantra energy for the month of February, that you are actually really, truly, honestly coming into alignment with your highest good. Like, you are, you know, I keep saying mind, body, and spirit, mind, body, and spirit. When people talk about those things, they talk about those things as a set of three. You have, it's almost like you've gone Super Saiyan. You've already gotten all those powers, and you have now leveled up because you're coming into your own, Virgo. You're coming into who you're supposed to be. You're coming into the opportunities you're supposed to have. You're coming into the spaces that you're supposed to be in. You're getting ready to be around the people that you're supposed to be around. You are coming into alignment with what is written for you. And I do believe that, you know, we have a path laid out for us, but I also believe we have free will. And I also believe that before we come to this life, we have a lot to do with what we are going to accomplish while we are living and breathing. Okay, so the part of fortune, even though I keep saying it's fated, this is what's supposed to be happening, understand that when I also say that, that means that you are coming into alignment with what it is that you want and what it is that you need on a higher level. And so you have positive energy popping off for you in February. The only thing is that Devil card, and that is coming by way of you, Virgo. So you just got to tap into how you're thinking about yourself and how you're speaking to yourself and how you're speaking and thinking about the things that you have transpiring.
And that's your spread. I hope it found you well. If you feel like you like your own personal reading, feel free to book one with me. I have my Etsy shop linked down below. There are several different tarot spreads that you can choose from on there. Just go to the Etsy shop, and then in the I think in the filters space, or like the search bar, there's a drop down menu, and just click tarot. That will pull up all of my tarot readings. I also have a tarot reading for this new year. I've got 2 different versions. If you want to know what's going on for this calendar year, go on and book one of those as well. And I think that's all that I've got for you guys. I think that's all I got for you. I dropped all of my shameless plugs at the beginning. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.